There they are, those guys again. Hamilton's finest, you might say? You damn right. Welcome to Three Minds Think Alike.
Welcome back to the podcast. 10 episodes. You can count them on your fingers, and we're counting thumbs this time. How's it going? I'm Spencer Grenier. Joining me is Kyle Chambers and the Max Hatter. And to make it this far, 10 episodes in, we wouldn't have done it without you, the listener. Thank you so much for always tuning in on a weekly basis and just rooting us on and giving us feedback. And for the most part, we like entertaining you. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to hit like and subscribe and the bell icon for notifications for future content between the three of us. Well, you already know what time it is. I got my cup of joe and off we go. Let's dive in. I wouldn't be the first to tell you, but food is awesome, especially with having options to choose which restaurant to go to. Eat Red Lobster for some crab legs, or drive across the board, hit up Olive Garden for the unlimited breadsticks. Even maybe order some pizza from your local pizzeria. Or going with the boys to Hooters. To keep it PG friendly, we're only here for the chicken wings.
Jeez. that's a bit much.
It's also important to have food in the fridge that is purchased from your local grocery store. Having a balance of what is a better option when it comes to ordering out or just cooking at home. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I can't pass up a homemade meal, especially if you're cooking with a significant other. So awesome every time. Whichever path you choose, as long as you're having a great meal, it's still important to feast like a champ. So guys, with this segment here, we can kind of split this in the middle and give pros and cons for both elements. So Kyle, I'm going to start off with you with this one. What are some pros with just even ordering out?
Some pros are with ordering out is the convenience of it. And that's why people after work, they decide to order out or get convenient food because it's something that they can order out too. And you have a lot more options ordering out. You don't have to go and buy the ingredients and do all the things on your off time and cook the meal. You can order out, you can have your meal, and you can go about your day, which is one of the advantages of ordering out.
Yeah, and there's like Skip and all these other things, so you can order from almost everywhere now.
And that's the thing too. I also feel that it's beneficial for people who do Uber Eats and skip the dishes. That has been around for quite some time, but do you feel that it's a good idea? Because not only you don't have to always necessarily order McDonald's or Wendy's, there's even sushi or even great restaurants, but it's still cost effective. But do you guys feel that it's still beneficial because then that still opens up jobs for people who are looking to make an extra buck?
Yeah, there's that way to look at it. There was over, I believe there was over 1 million Americans in 2023 that actually had went out instead of cooking in, according to surveys, because it was something that was a lot more convenient. It can create more jobs because you have all these services. But on the other side of it, if there's less people going to grocery stores, then those folks aren't going to have jobs either, right? I'm not an expert in this, obviously, but if you don't have people going to grocery stores and doing that, then there's people that aren't going to have jobs in grocery stores either. So it is a balance one way or another.
Yeah, and recently Skip is actually doing a pilot program to have delivery robots to offset the environmental costs and the rising expense of delivery in Canada. But yeah, they're only starting with like a few with robots in Markham, but then it's like when you get too big, I think they're probably just going to the whole robot will get stolen.
It's those Tesla robots, eh? I'm telling you. Probably a portion of the income goes towards Tesla. It has to. But here's the thing too, Kyle. I wanted to talk about, you did mention about possibly taking away grocery store clerk opportunities. And the thing is, I remember during the pandemic when I was working at Zayre's that you had people that were doing skip the dishes and even Instacart as well. But what they had to do was they still had to go through checkout, right? So pretty much the person would, I don't know how the system goes. I think it's pretty much like the person will place the order and everything goes through, but then they would still have to go through checkout. So it's not, the cashiers aren't at risk in a way. I don't know. Like I've never done that. I've never done Instacart, but
my mom does that. I can tell you a little bit more about it.
Yeah, elaborate on it. Absolutely.
Well, basically, you send the list off to whoever. They have to go get all the things and do the checkout, and then bring that to you.
Yes, yeah. So that's what I mean.
It's basically someone else doing your shopping.
Exactly.
They actually, I know a friend of mine used to do that, and they are called personal shoppers. So they do the shopping for you, pay online, and then they actually bring it to your car in the parking lot.
Yep.
And they actually do have parking spots in some of these places that call them personal shoppers. There's parking spots for them. You wait for your food, kind of similar to a McDonald's drive-through or other places where they bring your food after your order. And then you're good to go. They put it in the back of your car, then you drive off. And there's also in the bigger cities like Hamilton, as we have all experienced, working and living in Hamilton, there's also options where you can have food delivered right to your house through these different options that have obviously the fast food. You can also order different groceries and whatnot as well to your house to make it convenient. So there is different ways of going about that, but I still think you need people in the grocery stores shopping themselves, because that's what creates more business in the grocery stores. But people eating out is also important. So the waiters and waitresses and the entertainment side of the food industry, so to speak, still has a place to shine.
Yeah.
Eating out is like a social event. It's a big experience. Go out, see a show, and have I don't know, wings. If you're going to where I'd probably be going.
Is there a specific place in Niagara Falls, Max, are you thinking of that I mentioned on the monologue, possibly?
No, I was actually thinking about going to the Cat and the Fiddle on Fridays.
Nice. Yeah, I heard about that place in Hamilton. It's always a great time, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I had a couple of good times there when I was in my educational years.
There you go. Yeah, all three of us will head up to Cat and the Fiddle soon, man. Shout out to Cat and the Fiddle, and also too, and there was something that you did mention earlier, Kyle, that I do want to make a quick shout out to is the PC Express for sure, because all pretty much the park, you order your stuff online and you park and they bring it out to you. That was so significant during the pandemic. Like, and then pretty much every superstore, grocery store practically did that. And I like how that still continues, right? Because like you said, Kyle, like, it really keeps the business going, because especially what happens if somebody can't really physically get up and walk out of the house and maybe go to Cat and the Fiddle or go to a restaurant. It's still convenient to have Skip the Dishes and Uber to be active, and Instacart to still make a profit and really help out the community in that regard.
Yeah, helping out the community for folks that can't leave their house for whatever reason. They might have small kids, they might have mobility challenges. To have that option is very important. Or even if you're somebody that's just having a lounging day and you've had maybe 6 days of work and you don't want to leave, you're watching whatever sport you're watching. I know football season's around the corner. I'm super excited about that. Spencer, you're a college fan. I'm an NFL fan.
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow, Kyle.
Tomorrow as we're recording the podcast on a Friday.
Yes,
Friday, August 29th, and the NFL starts. In a week from now, the regular season, I've already got my fantasy picks in, but that's neither here nor there. But anyways,
chicken wings, boys.
Regardless of what you're doing, to have that option, even just when you want to just sit around, have a nice day, or you want to have a nice day with your partner, to be able to have that option, to have the food delivered to you is great.
That is a beautiful answer, man. I love that. That's awesome. But yeah, and here's the thing too, guys. Don't get me wrong. Like, there are plenty of healthy options to choose from ordering out, but don't get it twisted. It's still different than cooking at home. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah. Well, go ahead first, man.
Yeah, I do believe cooking at home is a whole different experience, a whole different sort of event, if you will, at your own house. Like, if it's you making this stuff at home for your family and you're going to have a big family dinner that night, that's an entire event that you could have at a restaurant, but then is in the privacy of your own home, so you could just have everything to your preference or their preference instead of this is what the restaurant has, so I guess we'll do that.
Well, and
Yeah, and
also,
also,
go ahead. Absolutely.
also, there are different studies out there that have shown that cooking at home saves an average of for an average family of four in North America, $3,000 to $5,000 per year. It actually has they consume 140 fewer calories and 16 fewer grams of sugar per week when they're not eating out. So it's not just about the eating out side of things. Like even me personally, I'm to expand my broadcasting career. I want to learn about how to do some arts and some acting, some making acting courses. This is the same thing here. So if you're cooking from home, I'm not just saying taking the food out of the frozen box and putting it in. I do love frozen pizza and those kind of things, but um enjoying a meal, like making a pasta recipe I've made before, looking up different things. It's a culinary art. It doesn't mean you have to be like a chef or anything, but learning how to make these different foods, it's an art that you can learn how to make these basic foods and then pass down to your children or to your family, to your friends. So there is an amount of skill involved. You can learn that skill by cooking at home. Um it's not just about saving money, but also learning how to do a new skill.
Like,
Yeah, and you can control exactly what goes into it too.
yes. And this is the one thing too that I wanted to mention, that because yeah, you can go to a restaurant that has like pasta or very healthy varieties, but still like when you cook it at home, it's a different ball game, right? Then you know precisely, and it's much better for you. I don't know. Do you guys feel that when you cook, like say if you have something similar to when you went out to a nice fancy restaurant, you wanted to replicate that, but then you wanted to put your own ingredients, even just physically, do you guys feel, oh my gosh, I'm refreshed? Like I don't feel like so heavy, or like, oh my God, I feel like crap the next day.
Well, I don't know any official stats for this, but the reason why you feel different when you leave a restaurant is because they put sugar and carbohydrates in the food to keep you feeling hungry and so that you order more food. So you might have, an appetizer, then the main course, then dessert. I'm not one to order dessert. It depends on the occasion, obviously.
Whatever. How many times you and I went to Boston Pizza, and how many times you got like the little cake or whatever? Man, you did help yourself. Go get out of here.
But when it comes to different foods, they make them a certain way so that you can or that you do order more because it's very carbohydrate based. Even go to a higher end casual dining or a fancy dining restaurant. They give you bread at the start of the meal so that you feel hungry. You're filling yourself up. You're also feeling more hungry with those carbohydrates. So that's kind of a way how they get you. Order more food. They make more money. You feel full when you leave the restaurant, but it might have different health complications down the road.
That's true. But it's kind of like and also the trick is as well, like Kyle, it's unlimited bread. They always kick it off with unlimited. It's like, oh, right, and especially like Eastside Mario's, they do such a great job, and we love, all three of us like going there so much. But even because you can't pass up on the bread there, it is so darn good. But you've noticed that they do that first before they give you the unlimited salad.
Yeah,
even those two together, Kyle and Max, like even just having the bread and the salad is a meal of its own.
Well, yeah, that's how they get you. That's how these places hook you. I remember there was a casual dining restaurant just in town, and they'd always give you bread first and wouldn't charge you for the bread. But it's there so that you feel hungry. So when the entree comes out, guess what the entrees usually are? Like sometimes they're like chicken or fish, something healthy, but they're gonna highlight their peach. They're gonna highlight their pasta. It doesn't mean those things aren't good. And I might have a drink like a nice drink of whatever you choose, alcoholic or non-alcoholic. It's gonna be something sweet, likely. Whether it's coffee or beer or whatnot. If you put all those things together, it's a lot of sugar, it's a lot of carbohydrates. I don't want to throw rocks at glass houses. I'm one who enjoys those as well. But it's just kind of how it goes with those kind of restaurants.
Yeah.
Well, just talking about unlimited breadsticks made me think of the thing that the kids did in Craig of the Creek. They went to this it's like Pasta Palace or something, and they spent $10 to buy the unlimited breadsticks and ate $50 worth of breadsticks.
Absolutely. Oh,
Like
yeah.
they were like, oh, like,
Yeah, that's the problem, man. And you're feeling like crap, but no regrets though. You can't have any regrets if you want to get the best bang for your buck when you're going out and about, and especially bars, right? Because normally the money makers are the alcohol, but what you don't realize is that the platters are larger than usual. So you know what? Go on an empty stomach, even for like a sober lunch, whatever, whether if it's with a colleague or a significant other, go with the bar food, man. You won't be disappointed. You get large portions for a cheap price. Trust me. That's why I always do.
yeah, like Fisher's, like they have a huge, like I just get their fish and chips and it was huge. It's like 2 feet worth of fish.
It's like they caught a sturgeon and they
It's like
deep
no
fry it.
charge.
I want to ask you guys a question. Have you guys ever went to a restaurant where you have this high expectation to get like a big dish, and because of shrinkflation, you look at the dish and you're like, "What the heck is this, man?"
Well, I know at fast food places because of like they want you to feel like you're getting your money's worth and it's filling you up. That's why they come with a lot of fries half the time.
Yeah, they overflow it. It's like, oh, extra fries, man. No, they're trying to hide the fact that it's shrinkflation.
No, they're hiding the fact you only got 3 chicken nuggets instead of 6.
Here's the thing, and so I want to lean towards even just the regular homemade cooking and what we mentioned earlier, which I wanted to bring it up too. That yes, how important is it for us to even learn something? And because cooking on its own is a special craft, and even if you want to learn different dishes from different cultures, how important and fun is it for individuals to do that?
Well, yeah, like as I mentioned before, it's learning it's learning a new skill, and then you have that skill because you're constantly you're training your brain to learn something new, whether it's running, whether it's going for a walk or skiing. In this case, you're learning how to make a new dish, and then you have that skill, and then you can learn how to make another new dish, and also expand your palate. In Hamilton, especially with the things the way things have been recently, there's a lot more cultures in Hamilton. So I've learned how to expand my palate from what I've had in my house. So it's learning about different cultures and trying new recipes so that you're more open-minded. When you have these different foods, it might help you be more open-minded in your day-to-day life in other ways. So it is kind of a full circle thing where you open your mind to different food, you try different things. Then when you go to a restaurant, you can go, oh, I didn't know that the pad thai stir fry was that good, or I didn't know that the curry or whatever else was that good because you've tried it, right?
Well, that's the thing too, especially with having when I was still in Hamilton there with my Nigerian roommates, and they would just cook up just amazing jerk chicken and just great spicy stuff. And why I find that beneficial is when you go to places like, oh, what was that one place downtown? It's a Boom Scorch or something like that. But it's like a Caribbean cuisine area, and they had stuff that I've had before. And it's also good, Kyle, to give their perspective. Like, okay, I've had it homemade. I know what this is, whether if it's a curry or whatever, international or American dish. But to get their perspective, how well can they cook it? And then you kind of be the judge in that regard, which I find that really awesome. I want to ask both of you guys that has there been something like a fast food that you enjoy so much, but you know for a fact that you're able and you want to make it at home in the healthiest way possible, what would it be?
From you can go first, Max.
Oh, I have no idea because like everything is like, oh, I will make this I'll make it the best way possible. It's like, oh, it's the exact same way as they made it there. So why am I doing this?
Right.
For me, there's something I want to learn. I haven't learned it yet, but I went to a big box store today, with a blue sign, and I ordered it was dried out the dried out peach slices. It was the dried out fruit, and it had sugar and salt on it like candy, but it wasn't candy because it was obviously processed because it had like salt and sugar on it, but it was healthier than candy because it was just dried fruit. it was the dried mango peach slices. So, I want to learn how to make that so I can enjoy my candy, say on a Friday night with my drink and whatever else. But I'm not having the big brands of the chocolate bars in this. I'm actually having something that's somewhat healthy. So by getting the benefits, but also eating away or enjoying my sweet tooth.
Oh yeah. For me, it's making a homemade pizza and even using whole wheat flour, right? And especially making the dough and then putting my own like Mariana sauce or whatever, and even the nice fresh cut up onions, and just knowing what you're putting into the pizza benefits. I know one friend of mine from Windsor always home makes his pizza. I've never seen him order Little Caesars and like in all the Windsor pizza joints, which don't get me wrong, they're all incredible, but nothing beats having that homemade meal, and it just tastes so good, especially when you throw on some hot sauce on that bad boy afterwards.
So Kyle, you were talking about like the not freezer, like the dehydrated fruit. For that, you just need to buy a good dehydrator, and you're good to go. But those things, I'm pretty sure, can get pretty expensive. So
just go on Amazon.
Yeah,
Amazon. That's it, man. Especially with Thanksgiving coming up, I guarantee you, like on the Canadian Amazon, they'll have Thanksgiving deals for sure.
Spencer, you need a bread
only
maker.
That's
Sorry,
yes.
Max, we are only about 5 or 6 weeks away from Canadian Thanksgiving already. And then after Canadian Thanksgiving, it'll be the push to Black Friday and to our friends on the American side. Dallas Cowboys time, right? You got the football, you got the Lions at home, Cowboys at home. But I'm on another sports field.
Man, the mega deep fryer or the air fryer, mega air fryer for the wings, because Kyle obviously watched the Dallas Cowboys Netflix series already. He's probably finished it.
I haven't finished it yet. I've seen,
he's watched it. I watched it too.
I haven't seen the end of it yet. I'm about halfway through.
Well, this is the thing, boys. What we're gonna do is there's a big takeout deal at Hooters. Okay, I'm not trying to promote them or nothing, but I'm on the website a lot, and I think it's like $40 for 40 wings, man. I don't know about you, but all of us come together. We're gonna pitch in to get this big meal, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves some Netflix series. Even though I'm not even a Dallas Cowboys fan, go blue, baby. But boys, thank you so much for returning for episode 10. I love you guys so much, man, and I'm proud of you guys, and you guys are doing so well, and I cannot wait for the next 10 episodes to come on this podcast.
Yeah, thanks so much, Ben.
Thanks for having me again.